Hello everyone, I'm FARMERSIM and welcome back to Court Farms Country Park. This is episode 58 of the Let's Play series. I hope you're all doing very well and having a lovely day. So, yeah, back on it. Harvest season is upon us still. We have 5 fields of crops to get out the ground. Now obviously there's no immediate rush, we do have a couple of months to get all this done. So for the purposes of a bit of variety, obviously we did a little bit of harvesting. We started the harvest in the last episode, got a couple of fields done, and we will be cracking on with that in today's episode as well. We'll get 1 or 2 of them out the ground. Since the last episode, I did clear up the straw swaths out of the 2 fields that we harvested. I got those picked up and baled up, and I did just put them into the bale shed over there. As you can see there, the straw bales have increased in number a bit. I'm not going to sell many of them because we do need them. I know I've got the big pile over in the shed there, but for now I'm just going to increase the stockpile of straw, as it were, and just keep it there as straw, because we need it. We're going to need it, aren't we, at some point? So what's going on today then? So, well, what I thought I'd do for a little bit of variety, we do have a grass field that is ready to go. The latest grass field that we purchased just over there. But what I thought I'd also do, and I don't know why it slipped my eye, I suppose, when I was scanning the place for fields to purchase over the last few episodes. We've got this field here that is perfectly situated to be owned by our farm. It's joined up by our lane here. I think it's 120 grand, I think. Where are we? Farmland, there we go. Yeah, just under 120 grand. Obviously, it's got grass in it at the minute. Unfortunately, because of my field scanner, upon scanning these fields in the past, I have overlapped into this field, so I can see at the minute that the expected yield in this patch alone, anyway, is over 100%. I did see 120 something a few minutes ago. Where is it? Oh, anyway. But still, it's kind of okay. So, for the purposes of income and more land and a bigger portfolio for the farm, I think I'm going to purchase this field. We're going to get it mown, rowed up, baled up into silage, get it fermenting away. Now, I'm not going to do the insta-ferment thing. I got scolded by a few of you in the comments from that one, so I'm not going to be doing that again. But yeah, I reckon we'll get these. I'll get this one purchased. In fact, we'll do it right away. So farmland, there we go. Purchase, buy. Yep, done. There we go. Not doing too bad, are we? Really? Look at the size of all our land here. Considering it's just little me on my own, and we got this bit over there as well. Yeah. Doing all right. I have just increased the monthly days to 3. I know that's not going to take into. That's not going to happen until next season. Sorry, but yeah, just for my own peace of mind, and just so I'm not completely overwhelmed with too much to do and not enough time to do it all. Yeah. So we will be in the next season 3 days per month. So that's all good, I think. But yeah, so I think it's time we're going to get the mower attached to the John Deere. Get these 2 fields done, and we are going. I'm looking forward to getting my my newly fixed by Mr. Mark Thor windrower up and running. Let's just pop in here. Now, on top of that, again, since the last episode, I have made a couple of equipment changes. One of them being the Richard Weston trailer, the SF18. Now, quite a while ago, I had upgraded from the SF16 to the SF18. The difference was only a couple of thousand litres, but I found it was actually a bit more awkward manoeuvring around the map. As some of you will know, that this place has quite tight lanes, and that trailer in particular, even though it was slightly longer, and I believe it was slightly wider as well, it did still have an issue that it still clipped onto the corner of gate posts and stuff, even though it seemed to be, you know, half a foot away from it. It still seemed to clip on it and get stuck, and I don't recall having that many problems using the SF16 because it is slightly smaller. Now, the capacity is only a difference of like a couple of thousand litres, so I thought it's neither here nor there. So I made the executive decision to take that and the old blue silage trailer that we had. It was perfectly, it operated perfectly fine, but like I said across the last couple of episodes, it was a bit like one of those annoying windrows where it didn't stay still. So I've sold that one. I have purchased the SF16 variant of the silage trailer, and I have also replaced and upgraded the water tanker to the slightly bigger option from the same LSFM tank pack. So this one holds 18,000 litres as opposed to the previous one, which held 7,500. Just because I was running around filling up the lettuce tunnels with the water and our newly placed production system over there. it was a bit painful doing it at 7,500 litres a time. So I thought, you know what, I'll get that one flogged and upgrade to a slightly bigger one, which is excellent. So across those, that whole selling and purchasing exercise, it cost me 24,769 quid, which is fine. I did take them all down to the workshop and I sold them all down there. But again, I'm happy with that. It's fine. The capacity of this trailer is still north of 20,000, so it still will hold 1 hoppers of the combine harvester in one go. So I'm all fine with that. It's all good as far as I'm concerned. I appreciate that I did have that one and then upgraded it to the 18, but now I'm back to the 16 just because I think it works for me better. So right, anyway, let's get on with a bit of grass work first. We'll get the grass mown, and baled up and turned into silage, and we can leave that in the fields down there where they are just to ferment away until it turns to silage. And obviously that will be a little bit of income for us. We're still in this. We're still at the same time that the previous episode left off, so there's no extra. We're not suddenly got a load of pallets of cloves to sell or anything like that. The only thing we do have is we've got a few pallets of honey here that could be sold if need be. But I'm in no rush right now, to be honest. I think I'm going to just crack on with a bit of field work, get a load of stuff done. So I'll get myself all sorted. We'll get the mower attached to this, and I'll see you down in the field. Righto, here we are. Down at the new field. Now what I think I'm going to do, I've just been having a bit of a ponder as I usually do, and what I think I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to turn this one into hay, just so I can stock up on the quantity of bales we've got. I know we've still got a few over in the bale shed there, but just for I think it'd be sensible. I'll stock up on the hay bales. We'll do the other one into silage, and leave those bales over in the field there fermenting away for a bit. We'll get this lot tedded up, rowed up, baled up, and picked up and put into the shed. And then a bit later on, we'll crack on with the harvest. So, cinematic time, as it were. I'll see you in a wee while. Right, there we go. Both fields done. Mowed, rowed, baled, etc, etc. So we got 36 bales of silage fermenting, or grass at the minute obviously, but fermenting away in here. We've got 36 bales, and over in the new field over there we got 23 bales of hay from that, which are all stacked in the bale shed now. I've got that all done and dusted off camera, so that's good. So I'm going to leave these in here for now. I don't need to worry too much about sorting those out right away. We're going to need to now get back over to the farm. We need to load up with the harvester and the header trailer and all that, and our new, again, replaced SF16 Richard Weston trailer, and get out into the fields and get harvesting those crops. But before I do, I just wanted to show you my the production system that we placed down over there, the manure and seed producing production system. Wrong menu, there we go. Yeah, the seed and fertilizer factory, that was it. So I've now got that working away. The oat that we harvested from the other new field, the other oat field that hadn't been properly prepped, that was quite a low yield, I put all of that in here. It's been working away. As you can see there, we've got 16,700 litres of oats ticking down there. I did, as you can see, all the totals. I amended the mod itself to give up to 1 million capacity for each one, just because I think base they were about 20,000, and it just seemed particularly small, and it was already coming up. As you can see there, the solid fertilizer, for example, at the bottom there, it's got, we're now at 22,970, and it didn't take a huge amount of time for that to hit full capacity. So I thought, you know what, I'll increase all those numbers just so we can keep it going and have as much as we can get. So yeah, so we're now producing our own seeds thanks to the oat and a bit of slurry, and we are producing our own solid fertilizer thanks to our manure, a bit of water, and there we go. So that's all good. All good indeed. So, as I say, harvest is on. So let's get ourselves back to the farm. No, wrong button. Need to pick up. Why is that pickup header drop down? Let's unfold. I think there might be a visual glitch with this. Right, now fold up. Oh, that drops down. Right, let's lift the pickup. Yeah. Seems a bit odd. There we go, that's better. Now fold up. Oh, it's been well used, I guess, this baler, hasn't it? Right, okay. Up to the farm. See you in a few minutes. Right, off to the fields. We're going to start with this one here on the left, the field of barley. And then we'll make our way next door to the field of linseed and get that done. Now, what I think I'm going to do with this this year's harvest is keep the grain mill stocked up in order to produce the flour, which then makes its way over to the bakery to produce the bread, because that is worth more money than just selling the grain on its own. I think we skipped last year's harvest from going into the grain mill because it was still quite stocked up, if I remember correctly. So this year I think we will we'll top up that grain mill. Keep the bread flowing, as it were. But yeah, let's trundle back, pick up the trailer, get the harvester out here, and crack on. Right, job done. A good harvest from that field, I feel. Let's pull the pipe out. See if I've got my distances right there. Oh, bang on. Right, so this is the last of it. There's not much in the hopper here. There we go, all emptied. So we'll get the equipment back to the farm, and we'll tot up what we've had out of the barley and the linseed field here. Right, all back at the farm. Harvesters over there needing to be refueled for next time. We'll get that sorted. Headers back over there. Trailer's back where it belongs. And the crops are in the silo. So what did we get from that lot? So as you can see there, barley, we got 38,775 litres off that field and 80,922 litres of linseed. So that's brilliant. The yield map is pretty much the same, obviously, with all the field prep that we do. That's pretty much identical every time. We pretty much seem to get the same kind of yield. So doing all right in that respect. And then we got just under 55,000 litres of wheat as well, so that's all good. So some of that, obviously the linseed doesn't go there, but the most of the wheat, I will obviously keep some back for the chickens. That small amount of oat and the barley, we will send that over to the grain mill and top that up and keep the flour flowing for the bakery and the bread. Now the grain mill isn't completely empty, but I'm hoping that what we give it from this harvest here, and plus don't forget we've still got 3 more fields. I think we've got some canola, rye and something else, can't remember what it is, but yeah, we've still got 3 fields to harvest, so there'll be more going in there. But I have just been, again, as I always do, as I am filming cinematics and riding around in machinery off camera, just having a think on and what to do and what to do next and what not, and how to stretch the farm out a bit and do a bit more. And funnily enough, I just got a comment, sorry, on episode 56 of this series by a viewer, Swamp Fox. Hello, mate. Appreciate the comment regarding a mini BGA. Now, I thought I had a mini BGA, and I do. It's goodness me, modding Welt. It's their mod, but the cost of the thing is still 150 odd grand, somewhere between 150 and 200 grand, I think. For it's called a small BGA. Now, I thought I had this particular one, but I didn't. And again, it's by Disturbed Simulations, and it is literally labelled as a mini BGA, and it costs £55,000. Now, that will obviously do the same thing that most BGAs will do. It will take in manure, it will take in slurry, it will take in straw, and I think various other bits and bobs. It'll take in potatoes, and I think chopped sugar beet, I think, as well, or sugar beet cut, I think, one of the two. But I can afford to place that down. Now, where I'm thinking of doing this, now it's a nice little mod. If any of you are interested in it, it's I mean, just Google FS22 mini BGA and it's the first thing that crops up. It's on the mod hub. And I'm thinking of popping it somewhere down here. Now, this has always been what I termed as my sacrificial field. We've obviously, having just made the purchase of the other grass field, we've now got 2 reasonably large grass fields plus the third one over at the near the spinnery over there. So this one, I don't really need to stress about having all this grass. So what I think I'm going to do, for 55 grand, I'm going to place down this mini BGA. That is going to enable me to put all my manure and a little bit of my slurry, if I want, into that and make money from it and sell it as electricity and the other outputs that it throws out, which obviously I've not placed it down yet, so I don't know exactly how it's going to work. I'm quite inexperienced with the whole BGA thing, if I'm honest. Even though I've been playing the game for years, I've never really dabbled too much in the world of BGA. So yeah, but I'm going to place it down. I'm going to find a nice place to put it in on somewhere around this field, as I say, because I'm not going to be too fussed about losing ground on this land. So I'm going to pop that down. I'm going to have a bit of a build around it and plot a road into it and wire it into the auto drive network and just make it look like it's been there for ages. And then I'll start loading my manure in, because we've got what we've got over here at the minute. We've got 10,000 litres of manure on the ground in the cow barn to be mucked out. We've got just over 42,000 litres in here, and we do have a full slurry pit full of 500,000 litres. So I could afford to put a couple of 100,000 litres in there and still have more than enough to do a bit of light fertilising with my slurry spreader. Yeah, and make use of it, because obviously that's just going to be constantly produced, isn't it? So, yeah, so I'm going to have a little bit of a sort out around here, see if I can place it down and make it look right, and maybe plant a couple of trees around it and make it look right, and I'll catch you shortly. Right. I must admit, I do love this aspect of the game, just getting the creative on and just doing a bit of landscaping, placing some new stuff down and making it look alright. So, welcome everybody to my little mini BGA. I hope you agree. It kind of looks alright, don't get me wrong. I know it, compared to the rest of the farm, it does have a much more of an industrial feel about it, I understand that, but needs must, I suppose. It serves a purpose. Now, there was two variants you can go for with this one. You can go for one with or without the electric recharging station at no extra cost. So I just thought, for the sake of it, just in case something happens in the future where I do decide to get anything electrical, not that I will or not, but for the sake of having to replace down the building and such, I figured I'd just go for that. Whether we use that or not, it really doesn't matter. But, and I've done my best to kind of disguise it behind a few trees. It looks okay, I suppose. It's not, don't get me wrong, I appreciate it's a little bit different than anything else we've got on the farm, but it's alright. It's not too big, it's not too imposing, so it's, yeah, I think it's alright. But as I say, it hopefully should be earning us some money. Now, I have just obviously been testing it. I've painted this little lane in here, wired it into the auto drive network. I have put some manure in here already, and we have put some slurry in as well. So, if we go to the, pop into it here, as you can see, slurry, it's working away, and manure is working away, and I have already changed the outgoing products to all sell, because I've got no interest in doing anything with any of them. I'm just, this whole thing is a money-making exercise. Now I have, if you look at the incoming materials, I have added a 0 onto pretty much all of the quantities there, so as standard, 75,000 is what Disturbed had put everything to have, but I've just chucked it up to 750,000 just because I know that I've got a lot more slurry that can go in here. We don't have a huge amount of manure, and even though I do plan on keeping back a lot of the slurry, if you look at this can also take straw, and it will turn it into electricity, methane and digestate. So what I'm going to do, because I do have a huge amount of straw, obviously we've got all of this clipping through the wall there, we've got this barn full of straw, which I'm going to keep that in there for now. Or actually, oh, I don't know, actually. Maybe I could use this. But for now, the straw that we've just got off those two harvests, I'm going to pick up loosely with the new pickup wagon, and I'm going to bring straight to the BGA and get tipped into there. That's what the plan is. So we're going to. That's one of the main reasons why I increased the capacity to 750,000, because I know that 75,000 litres, which is pretty much just less than 2 full forage wagon loads. We're going to have a lot more than that off those fields, so that was the main reason why I increased it to 750. So that's the plan. So I'm now we're going to jump in one of the tractors here. I think we'll use the Massey for this one, quite possibly. There we go. We'll get this out of the way. We'll get the forage wagon tipped, and I shall make many, 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 many trips back and to filling that BGA up with a bit of straw and making a load of money from it, hopefully. Now, I'm not exactly too... I haven't done... I'm not too sure when I will get paid from that BGA. I've got a funny feeling... Is it midnight? I think that most BGAs pay out. I think that might be the case. But either way, it's going to be income nonetheless. And now what that also does mean I could do is I'm going to sell this roller manure spreader, because now that I've found my feet with the manure and the slurry and whatnot, I know I'm not really going to be doing any manure spreading anymore. The manure is purely going to be for going into the BGA and selling and making money from the products that we can get from that. So let's just have a quick look, actually. If we go into our garage, manure spreaders, and so I'd imagine taking it down to the shop, giving it a clean up, taking it to the shop, that's going to be north of 20 grand. So that's all good. So anyway, forage wagon, get the straw picked out the fields, and I'll see you afterwards.
I can see you with my closed eyes. I can see you. I can see you. I can see you with my closed eyes. I can see you. I can see you. I can see you with my closed eyes. I can see you. I can see you. I can see you with my closed eyes. You got your eyes. I can see you. I can see you with my closed eyes. I can see you. I can see you. I can see you with my closed eyes.
Right, there we go, job done. All the straw is out of those two fields now. So what we've got in here is, at the minute, just shy of 500,000 litres of straw. We've put, well, it has been counting down for a bit, but I think we've probably had about 60-odd thousand litres of manure put in here, and again, probably about 30,000 litres of slurry. And it's ticking down reasonably quickly, which is good. So, I mean, I am very keen to see what this brings in. Now, I think it comes in at midnight. The income that we get from the BGA. So I think what I might do before this video ends, I think we will go to sleep and wake up in the morning and see if we've see if the numbers have increased somewhat, see if we can establish what it's given us from something overnight. But yeah, I'm quite chuffed with where we're going now with this. Obviously we've bought a BGA, we've spent a load of money on that, 50-odd grand. We bought another field. Although recently we bought two fields essentially, haven't we? We've got a new forage wagon, which is awesome. So yeah, we're doing really, really quite well, I think, now on the farm. We're almost self-sufficient, I'd like to think. And now obviously, when it comes to the use of the manure, and everyone who's been giving me your suggestions over the last couple of episodes, thank you very much, I do really appreciate it. But now, obviously, we're in a position where I've spent a considerably less amount of money. Sorry, that completely made no sense. Yeah, I've spent considerably less money than what I would have spent on just like one BGA, for example, on two production systems. So we've got obviously the seed and fertilizer production over there, and we've got this mini BGA at 50 grand. So all in all, we've spent, what was it? So 85 grand we've spent on the two buildings just to make use of our manure, and as a result of it, we're going to be selling electricity, methane and digestate, and creating our own seeds and our own solid fertilizer. So I think that's pretty good, if I'm honest. I am still strongly considering undoing this complete mess and putting all this straw into the BGA. Obviously, because we've still got 3 fields to harvest, I think all 3 of those are going to produce straw as well. So essentially, if I absolutely had to, I can bale up one of the fields add them into the collection in the bale shed there and stick the rest in the BGA, as with this as well. And to be fair, even though it looks a huge amount, and it is, I think it's around about the 100,000 litre mark, with the capacity of the bucket on the telehandler, this won't take long to empty and tip over there. So I think, yeah, it was kind of a nice idea in my mind when I came to the idea of tipping the loose straw in here. But I think now I can safely say it's probably a bit stupid, isn't it? I don't need to. It made use of the shed, I appreciate that, but maybe I need to just maybe go back to the old school idea and just put some machinery in it. If I haven't got enough machinery to put in it, then maybe I need to buy some more machinery to put in it. There's an idea. Potatoes. Maybe. Anyway, right, so yeah, while that forage wagon's been running back into, I have been I've mucked out the cows. I put the manure in there as well. Kept on top of that, and I think that was it. I did, for now, just so I don't make any rash decisions, I'm not going to sell this just yet, just in case. I don't think I'm going to use it again. I don't think I've got no plans on doing any fertilizing contracts with it. If we do take on a fertilizing contract, it'll be this and the slurry that we use. I did give it a clean because I was going to fire it off to the shop, but then I just thought, no, hang on a minute, FARMERSIM, let's just, you know, let's not act too quickly and make it and do something that I might regret in the near future. So just to make sure that I am definitely going to sell it, I'll just keep hold of it for now and make sure that I know I'm not going to need it at all. So anyway, right, so it's 7:30 at night. It's a beautiful evening here on Court Farms. So I think what I'm going to do just before the end of the video, we're going to go to sleep and we're going to wake up in the morning and see if we can figure out if we've made any money from the BGA or not. Right, morning everyone. Welcome to the 2nd of July. So, as you can see, our money is now sat at 88,495 quid. So we finished yesterday on 43,893. I went to sleep. Overnight it obviously beeped and a few things came up in the top right hand corner. We had a couple of £100 property income, so that's neither here nor there. We got 14,000 quid for milk, sold milk overnight. But nothing appeared from the BGA. Now again, forgive my naivety, I suppose it is, my lack of experience with BGAs, but obviously nothing appeared up there. But just doing the basic mathematics, based on what we finished the episode on, plus 14 grand for some milk, plus a couple of £100 property income, took us to about 58 grand. So the discrepancy between that and the 88, we're at about 30 odd grand. Now I know I've got the bread and the lettuces to sell automatically, but we didn't have a huge amount of those. So give or take a bit overnight, I think I'm correct in saying that the BGA gave us somewhere in the region of maybe about 25 grand, I think. Based on, because it's gone through, again, if we go to the production systems here, it's gone through a couple of 100,000 litres of straw. It's gone through all the slurry that we'd given it, and there's only 13,000 litres of manure left. So what I can do, because the cow's slurry pit is now back up to completely full at 500,000 litres, so one of the first things I'm going to do between now and the beginning of the next episode is pop a good few trailer loads of slurry into the BGA. We will, obviously, I've now got to muck these guys out again, and obviously the daily routine of mucking them out, feeding them, topping them up with straw, that will start between now and the beginning of the next episode as well. But that's by the by, isn't it? That's always going to happen. But yeah, I get these mucked out, get that manure popped in there. Potentially I might throw the rest of the straw that's in the workshop, that shed, into there as well and get that done. Yeah, and then the harvest will crack on. Well, as I say, we've got 3 fields left to do here on the farm in this current harvesting season anyway. We have, where are we? There we go, yeah, field 92, field 109, and home farm field 2, I think this one I've called it. But we've got oats, we've got rye, and we've got canola. And then over here, obviously, we've got our corn, soybeans, and sunflowers, which are a good, and our little tiny patch of sin there where I forgot to switch off. I forgot to switch from soybeans to from soybeans to sunflowers. A little patch of sin. But yeah, We're doing all right, though. We are doing okay. In fact, actually, but while we're here, while we're still on this one, let's just go to our production systems. We've got just under 20,000 litres of seed. We've got just under 40,000 litres of solid fertiliser. This one is out of, well, it's almost out of everything, isn't it? What we on there, manure and water. Right, so there's no more manure left there. So, yeah, ideally I need to, I think, so I think what I'll do is the manure that I have here, this lot here, and the amount that's in the bunker over there, I'll take all that over to the seed and fertilizer production, and I'll put a couple of 100,000 litres of slurry from the slurry tank into the BGA. I think that's what I shall do. But let's just go check over at FARMERSIM, see if there's anything there worth writing home about, because as you can see there, the spinnery is still almost full. 40,000 litres of a total of 45,000. Now, because that's base game stuff, I don't know how I can't go into any XMLs and alter it, but we've got a huge backlog of wool here. I'm in no doubt that there's 2 pallets over at the other sheep pen there. But let's just give these guys a visit, see if we've got anything here. Oh, there we go. We've got 6 pallets of that, so we could fire that off and get sold as well. Bring in a bit of money for the beginning of today. That's awesome. Yeah. Still haven't set that to automatic. I'm still umming and ahhing as to whether to set that to automatic sell or not, but we shall see. But anyway, I think for today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to call it here. I do hope you like what I've done with the farm today. The fact that we've got another field, we've got a BGA. It's coming on nicely, I feel, this place. I think it really is. We're doing all right. We're doing quite all right. So, thank you very much for watching, everyone. I really do hope you've enjoyed the video and found it even remotely fun and interesting. As always, if you're new to my channel and you like my content, you like the way I'm doing things, please consider hitting that subscribe button and joining the channel. Giving the video a like if you can. Hitting the like button does do wonders for the channel. It helps YouTube do its algorithm thing. And as always, there is a host of links in the video description below with my Giants Partner promo code. If any of you are in the market for purchasing a DLC, an add-on, a season pass, or even the full game itself, and you like the idea of helping a content creator out at the same time, I would be massively appreciative. So thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate it. Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode.